talking about our values, our first value is dependence. We want to, at Restoration Church, create a culture of dependence. We're not a church that's going to try to impress or woo anybody. We're a church that's dependent upon God for everything that we do. And really that starts with a culture of prayer, coming before God in prayer. And we're going to talk about that more in a second. But prayer is the language of dependence. Prayer means we depend upon God. If you look at it the same way, those who don't pray, a church that doesn't pray is a church that really is saying to people they don't need God. They've got it all covered. So our first value that we want to create as a church is a culture of dependence. Secondly is a culture of participation, which means when we gather as the church, this is the line we use a lot, is that we believe the congregation, everyone gathered there, is the actual worship team. They're coming to participate in leading worship with each other and offering sacrifice to God. We really don't want a culture of there's a few professionals in the church that run the show and everyone watches them do it. So that's a second value that we have, is a culture of participation. And we've really talked about that a lot in our 1 Corinthians 12 to 14 series. Thirdly, we want to create a culture. Our third value is we want to create a culture of the home. For one, we use more than anything else, maybe the metaphor, the picture of a church as our RC family, because that's what we are. We're a family. But we also believe that discipleship best happens, we grow alongside and encourage one another best in each other's homes. And so home is what we believe is the main space of discipling and growing alongside of each other. Fourthly, we want to create a culture. Our fourth value is we want to create a culture of neighboring, which means we are a local church. We are here in the city of Cambridge for the city of Cambridge. And like a neighbor that moves in, we want to be faithful, long-term neighbors of our community. So we don't want to just come in, throw a show together and leave. Like we're a part of that community in this city, in this Waterloo region. So those are the four things: dependence, participation, the home, and neighboring.